Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Skype session. And today, once again, you can see that I'm in the Eagle and Child pub, virtually at least, and I'm joined by two special guests. A few weeks ago, I saw a link going around on the internet among the different C.S. Lewis Facebook groups about an upcoming C.S. Lewis course taught by a very special guest. So I tracked down and discovered that this was a course being put on by the Archdiocese of San Francisco. So I have joining me today two members of the Archdiocese of San Francisco to talk to me about this course. Hello, gentlemen. And if you would mind kicking things off by introducing yourself to our watchers.
Go ahead, Martin.
Hey, thanks so much for having us, David. My name is Martin Ford, and I am the Director of IT at the Archdiocese of San Francisco, but I get my fingers involved in all kinds of other ministerial and educational things. And I'm obviously helping Deacon Fred over here with this online pastoral school.
Thank you, David, for having us. My name is Deacon Fred Totah. I am the Director of Pastoral Ministry and the Director of Deacon Formation at the Archdiocese of San Francisco. And the school wouldn't be able to be launched without the help of Martin. All the credit goes to Martin for launching. Since I'm a technologically challenged and my family calls me a dinosaur, those courses, the credit goes to Martin for launching them online and getting a great reception. And we were able to get you, David, to interview us. If it wouldn't happen without Martin. So thank you for having us, and thank you, Martin, for all your help.
Well, C.S. Lewis referred to himself as a dinosaur, so I think that's okay. But before we talk about the C.S. Lewis course, as I was poking around the website, I discovered that you guys are doing many different courses. Would you mind telling us what you've covered in the past, what's in the future, and is this open to anybody, or do you have to be a member of the Archdiocese?
Go ahead, Martin.
You don't have to be a card-carrying member of the Archdiocese of San Francisco to take these courses. Basically, when Deacon Fred and I, Deacon Fred was asked by the Archbishop to revivify the School of Pastoral Leadership, which is a school that's all about lay leadership, forming leaders intellectually, but also spiritually. But then the pandemic happened and everything closed. So it's like, oh, what are we going to do? So Deacon Fred and I were just talking and we're like, hey, you know what? Instead of complaining about everything being closed, we're very good complainers here. We decided let's take advantage of the fact that we can actually bring all kinds of exciting instructors from all over the world to the homes of our people at the Archdiocese of San Francisco. Now, because it's an online this is an online school. You obviously don't need to be in San Francisco to attend any of our courses, but they are geared specifically towards people in San Francisco. We try to find subjects that San Franciscan people would be more interested in. San Francisco is a very secular city. I'm a native San Franciscan, and I'm very proud of my city. But we're a very secular city. So we wanted to have courses on apologetics, for example, that will help people to bring the faith to people who don't believe in God, to atheists and to agnostics. So we invited Dr. Stephen Barr to give an apologetic science course. We also had a course all about exciting the imagination towards wonder, taught by one of the top astrophysicists in the world. We've had a class on spirituality, a class called Women in the Church and the Catholic Mystical Tradition, taught by one of our our seminary professors, Dr. Anthony
Lillis.
Yes, it was a great course. So we've also got Dr. Liz Lev, who gave a viral TED Talk on the Sistine Chapel, and she's right now teaching a course on art and liturgy, which is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, we've got all kinds of courses.
That's wonderful. Well,
so,
let's.
So that's the genesis of those online courses, and as after Dr. Liz Lev, we have Dr. Peter Kreeft, who will be putting two courses for us, one specifically on C.S. Lewis and the other one will be on Tolkien, on Catholicism and the Lord of the Ring.
Nice.
And then we may ask him to come back and do other ones for us, but those are the ones that are scheduled one after another with Dr. Peter Kreeft.
So what's going to be in that course?
Yes.
Well, I think go ahead, Martin. I think he did send us
Yes.
think.
So what Deacon Fred and I had in mind with this course is we've both read some C.S. Lewis, but not a whole lot. At least I haven't. Perhaps Deacon Fred has. I've read when I was a kid. We read the Chronicles of Narnia. Actually, it was read to us. When I was in college, I read Mere Christianity, and that was kind of an amazing thing. So anyway, what we wanted to do was to have a course that would be good for people who have already read these things. We also wanted to use this as kind of like a commercial to encourage people to read C.S. Lewis. So basically this 5 week, it's 6 week, excuse me, it's a 6 week course. Each week we'll be covering a different, let's say a pivotal work of C.S. Lewis. So the first one will be on Surprised by Joy, which I understand is his conversion story, right? Yeah. And that would be a very good introduction to get into the mind of C.S. Lewis. Then there's going to be another one on another class on Mere Christianity, which was just a very important book to me. The Problem of Pain will be another one, followed by let's see, A Grief Observed, Till We Have Faces. And I think the last one's on The Great Divorce. And I remember reading that one. That's the one with the school bus, right?
That's the one. And
yeah,
in my humble opinion, I think it's his best work, even though I fight with my co-host about it. Andrew says, well, I'm with Lewis, who thought that Till We Have Faces was his best work. But I'm really pleased that you're doing Till We Have Faces, because there is a lecture series that's out there with Dr. Kreeft teaching about it, but the audio quality isn't that great. So I'm really looking forward to being able to listen to him in comfort and without having to strain to listen to what he's saying.
And the good thing also, those courses, sorry, Martin, those are all recorded, but we normally hold them on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock in the evening from 7 to 8:30, in which we leave about half an hour to 35 minutes for Q&A. So we would love to have you on the live lecture, engaging with Dr. Kreeft with your expertise and all that stuff. I think it makes it more exciting when our audience, I think Martin can correct me, has been very engaged, has been very, and also, as Martin said, we have people from all over the world joining us. With Dr. Lev, I have people from 8 different countries in the world. With Dr. Bard, the same thing. So I have people from all over the world. And you don't have to be Catholic, and you don't have to be part of the Archdiocese or belong to a church. All is welcome. So we would love to have the more the merrier.
Well, I'll definitely turn up, and I'm going to advertise it on all of our channels. And Tuesday is a perfect day to do it, because it was on Tuesdays that C.S. Lewis would meet in the Eagle and Child with his friends.
Premonition.
I think it just mandates that we have to have a pint while we're enjoying Dr. Kreeft's lecture.
Absolutely.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I make sure that I have a pint over here with, what did he drink, by the way? I don't know. What was his favorite drink?
I have actually tried to get some solid names out of the sources, and Lewis talks about drinking his ales, drinking his bitters, and they would have typically have been locally produced in Oxford. I haven't really been able to find one that's still in existence today. I did try and track down a scotch that he drank, and Walter Hooper, his former secretary, he said that Lewis would drink VAT 69, or at least when he sent Walter out to go and pick up a bottle, it was VAT 69, which you actually can't really get in the States. You can get VAT 69 gold, but to get the original, you actually have to either pay an awful lot of money, or you go back to England like I did with an empty suitcase and bring back 4 bottles.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll have my godmother, who lives in London, have her buy me a couple of bottles and ship them.
There you go. Perfect. Well, as we wrap up, how do people register?
It's really easy. You just go to sfarch.org, as in San Francisco Archdiocese, sfarch.org/C.S. Lewis. No periods, no spaces. Again, that's sfarch.org/C.S. Lewis.
There'll be a link to that in the show notes and on the website and in the Slack channel and everywhere that I typically post. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me.
And the whole course is for $25 for the entire 6 courses. So we try to make it inexpensive as possible. We're trying to defray the cost. We're not making money just to pay an honorarium or a stipend to Dr. Kreeft for agreeing to do it with us. So whatever money is generated is going back to Dr. Kreeft. So it's not, we're not keeping it. So.
And it's an utter bargain. I know several of our listeners have already signed up and they're looking forward to it. They said $25. Is that all?
That is it.
Shut up and take my money.
David, thank you so much for having us. I really appreciate it. And thank you for your support. And we're looking forward to seeing you in our other events as well.
You're very welcome. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Cheers. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.